Last year was 50 years of McLaren, and for me to be driving a McLaren is such an awesome feeling, and at Bathurst as well it's a real privilege.
It's certainly an eye-opener to come here to Bathurst. The circuit's just incredible. To be honest, it's quite a long time since I've driven a race car. I hadn't been a race car for 2 years in a race. Obviously, I've done a bit of testing with McLaren GT.
The guys from the UK are down, thankfully. They're down tuning the thing up. And Andrew Kirkcaldy, he's been driving it. He's a test driver, and he makes the McLaren, so he's been good. But also we've had the McLarens of Australia. They've all been supporting us and rooting for us.
Well, it's great to be at the Bathurst 12 hour. I suppose from a McLaren point of view, we were born on the racetrack, so it's a fitting place that we bring our owners to. There's a fairly strong link for the McLaren brand in New Zealand, and of course running the 12C GT3 with the Quinn fam and the Highlands Motorsport Park facility. Just an amazing facility and a great opportunity for the 12C GT3.
When I did join, if someone had said, within 12 months, Jeff, you'll probably be standing in Bathurst with your race suit on, hanging on the edges of a team. No, I wouldn't have believed that, really.
It is the premier race for GT3 cars in Australia. I think there's 17 international teams here. And they're going hard, but we're up there.
Saturday morning, we're just about to go out for our first practice session. Andy's about to go out, and I think I'm followed by Shane back in Gisborne. It's pretty important to get a good time out in this early morning session, because you never know what's going to happen at the end of the day.
There's always a target for qualifying. You never know if you'll actually make the race, so you've got to put on a good show in qualifying when you can. But at the same token, we're not going to sacrifice race pace or race reliability to get the qualifying performance either. At the end of the day, the eye is on the big prize, which is the race, but certainly squeeze as much as we can out of a qualifying session.
I jumped in with sort of 15 minutes to go and did some good laps, and the car felt amazing. Really hooked up fast, and now the guys will get another quali session to have a crack, put some laps down and more miles, and then 15-minute shootout just for Class A. So that's going to be interesting to see what times people can do. It's very hot, but I'm sure with no traffic it'll be great.
Fantastic. I think we've had a really good day. We came into this weekend with everybody not having a lot of experience of the car, and obviously not having any experience of the car at all around here. So to end up P3 is fantastic. I mean, very little off of pole. It's less than 0.2 of a second, and given that we decided to qualify run the Pirelli this weekend, which I think is a good move, in qualifying maybe that's a slight disadvantage.
It's important that people know that we were on hard tyres and everybody else in the top 4 were on soft tyres. So I mean, Shane did an awesome job. Could enjoy it. It's a 12-hour race. It's not going to be won in the first couple of laps. There'll be safety cars, there'll be bloody fires, there'll be all sorts of things tomorrow. There'll be exhausted drivers, there'll be burst tyres, there'll be all sorts of things. So you've got to get through the 12 hours.
It's 5:30 in the morning. It's certainly the earliest race I've ever had to turn up for. We're just getting the car ready now. It's nice that it's 14 degrees, but we're looking forward to probably 38 in the afternoon. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope it all goes well.
All the gloves are off now, and we're just about to go out. We're about 15 minutes away from jumping in the car and doing the warm-up lap. I think 6:15 we take off. I'm going to start the race. Just got to try and keep circulating on the lead lap. That'll be the main thing. just a double stint, so Shane just jumped in the car now. He just banked out a 204, so he's smashing out laps. There's just a bit of a safety car with the Clearwater Ferrari. The Nismo Nissan GTR come together up at the top of the skyline, so it's a pretty bad incident. So we're just under safety car now, and we'll get going pretty soon.
The car was really fast, and first stint I ran just on one set of tyres, so they'd almost done 3 stints by the end, and it was still hanging on, still doing mid-low 4s even, and yeah, just awesome to get to the front, battle for the lead, and then we took it just before the end of my stint, and now they got Andrew's jumped in. He's doing a fantastic job holding on to second, and we just got to keep pushing on till the end of the day.
Got 3 hours to go. Shane's just got in, and there's going to be 2 more stints after that. I'll do the middle stint, and Shane will get an hour's break and back in for the end, so fingers crossed.
SVG's lost radio contact. We've just done a splash and dash. They'll see us through to the end of the race. There's a couple of guys in there do pit stops still. So if he just sticks in map 1 and we'll go.
What a race, it's been incredible. To be 3 seconds off the win and be 4th's disappointing, but what an incredible race. And to have the lap record's just outstanding.
The guys worked very, very hard, and you know, Shane was the fastest man on the mountain, but it just shows you can work hard all day, and you know, the last hour and a half makes all the difference.
From 1st to 4th in 3 seconds over 12 hours, that was just intense, and it was just nail-biter the whole way. And you know, well done to McLaren and Pirelli. They did good jobs. You know, tyres held up really well, and McLaren was solid. It was a really great car to drive. But the other cars deserved to win as well, so next year.